GlakoBlako here, checking out a game called Sparklite. Let's go ahead and hit the button. Hit the button. Here we go. Rerouting circumnavigation. Course around the storm. We need to get out of here. This storm is highly unusual. I'm detecting severe seismic activity on the surface. For now, we have full systems function. Wait, stand by. We're experiencing a strange corrosion on our hull. It looks like it's moving. We start off on the ship, and you're in a giant storm, and your ship gets hit or something, and these things start appearing, and then the bolts start popping out of the ship, and panels start flying, and you got holes in your ship. You gotta hit the ship to try and fix the ship, but the ship doesn't fix, so you're in the shit. So, yeah. Charge up your wrench attack. So you hold down the wrench attack, and you'll pull out a hammer, badow. Then you go over to the other one, and you go, badow. And another one pops up, and you go, badow, pow. And then you gotta double jump over, run down south, hit that one, but down, slam. It's no use, we're gonna have to abandon ship. So you go over and hit the abandon ship button, but down, right there with the click. We also got this amulet over here. This is your family amulet, passed down for generations. What am I supposed to do? Just checking to see if we got any more buttons over here. Nothing but the amulet, so we run over to the button, but down, and that shaft opens. Okay, come on. So we jump over there, and it's broken, so you can't even jump down with your robot friend. So your robot friend takes the hit for the team. He jumps on the button, and you jump down. He says goodbye. He thinks he's gonna die. He does not die, but he says goodbye. But now, and then we're landing on the planet. Alright, there we are. Yo, 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 yo. Alright, we're heading up north. Still battling the storm. Got these plants everywhere. They don't really do anything, but they're there. Making noises and crap. This door you can open. You can't open it right now, but once you get the amulet, which is to your right, or you're to the east, on the east side of the village, you hit this tree, but then it doesn't come down, so you gotta hit it twice. Badow, and then it jumps down, you grab it, you got your amulet, badow, family keepsake. And the keepsake happens to be a key. And the key opens the door. Badow, hit the pow. Oh, you put the amulet in there, huh? Okay. In you go. Here we are. You get the crossbow. You get these caves or dungeons. I don't know what you want to call them. They're little puzzle maps. You work your way through them. You'll get a new weapon or some kind of new thing. You won't actually get the thing. They'll give you a blueprint, but for now you can use it while you're in the cave. Got these little stones you gotta whack, or later you gotta shoot them with your crossbow. So we run over, hit them with the crossbow, but we try and jump off and it doesn't work. So then we pull out the crossbow. Badow. One more. Badow. Next one. Badow. We got 3. On to the next one. Yo, you quit moving over there. We're gonna shoot you. Oh, a miss. Another miss. Hit. On we go. So a very easy little dungeon there. You get the blueprint, but now it says Epiphany Spark Slinger. You can now produce this at the workshop. Heading out through the door. The storm has ended, and you're in the land of Oz. I don't know the actual name of the land, but we're calling it Land of Oz because it's kind of like Wizard of Oz. You woke up in Kansas and forgot that you were in Georgia. Whacking these crabs up. Whacking that tree. Get a look at a new enemy down south. These guys are a little tough, but once you learn them, just like all of the enemies, if you learn their patterns, they're very easy. But if you don't learn them, they're very hard. Except for the crabs. The crabs are always easy. One whack and bam, they're dead. Open this chest. We got Hawk's Widget Bag. And we got some barrels to the left. Whack the barrels, but down. So far, nothing in these bushes, but maybe eventually there will be. And we head up north. And then east. And then there's Hawk with his widgets. And he wants to talk. Boy, am I glad to see another person. That was quite a storm. Never seen anything like it. Those ground tremors. I was worried this whole place was going to come down. The name's Hawkins, and this is my widget shop. No way I'll be able to do business now with these damn tremors. I heard rumors of a floating city where people are taking refuge from the storms. I'd like to set up a shop there, but I can't find my widget bag anywhere. Think you can find it? I got it right here, buddy! There you go, got your widget bag. So he's pretty happy. You hand him the widget bag, and he hands you some timed mines. Timed mines can destroy rock. So you see those rocks above there? Takes us a few seconds, but first we pet the dog. He gives us some hearts and some barks. Do it again because we like dogs. And then we head up north to try and whack those rocks. Everything we got, but it doesn't work because you need to hit them with the bombs. Not the hammer, not the wrench. Only the bombs will do. Fell in a hole. If you ever make it to the... Yeah, whatever, dude. Alright, so we put the bomb here. Bow. Kapow. Alright, we're running through. Got these jerks here. Whack them a few times. Get us some Sparklite. Sparklite is the currency, but also the fuel. The whole world runs on Sparklite. So it's our gasoline in this game. Don't get me started on electric vehicles. Costs more than gasoline in the long run. And in the short term. Because electricity just doesn't come from nothing. Even if you got a solar panel, you got to produce that solar... Anyway, on to the cave. Whack of those barrels, and we get some hearts. We're all filled up. Head up north. This is where you meet the robot friend, and he is trapped. Ada, you're alive. Listen, you shouldn't be here. It's too strong for you. Oh no. Get out before it's too... Ah! Horus, Tunneling Titan. He kind of reminds me of the smokers on Waterworld. There's that one guy that's running the machine gun. He's like... He reminds me of that guy right there. So you battle this guy. He's not that tough, but I didn't really know what I was doing at the time, so he gets us pretty quick. Although one hit, he knocked us almost flat on our back. So the claw picks us up and takes us away over to Sky Island. I think you're meant to lose that match no matter what, but I could be wrong. You may be able to win it. I'm not sure. That's the refuge's chief engineer. You will see him later when you defeat the boss, but he won't talk to you until that time. This lady is kind of like your guide to Sky Island or Skyship, whatever you want to call it. This is where everyone is setting up shop away from the tremors, and a safe place or a safe haven you can go to when the planet is screwed and you're got no place to go but here and you're safe. So this lady outfits your multi-tool with the ability to upgrade and add things. So you got this little panel right there. You can spend some Sparklite and upgrade. I do one upgrade, but there's other things I want to prioritize and buy, so I try not to spend too much Sparklite. Plus, we don't have that much to spend anyway, so it really doesn't matter. First one we buy, though, is the hearts. She gives us a little background on Sparklite and how we can use it. This has been Singularity Dungeon, a very cool game with fun combat, enjoyable graphics, and an interesting story. Check it out below via the link in the description. Kinetic Converter. I'll have to buy that at some point. Not sure what that does. Bronze Resilience Patch. That's the one we buy first. Gives us half a heart or maybe a whole heart. I'm not sure. Got this machine over here. I guess you can just throw all your patches in there. It's a little weird. Kind of a strange system. Looks like you can have a total of 9 patches. Heading out through the door. There's this guy. He's kind of like your science, or no, I guess I'd call him a wizard. I use some Sparklite to get the workshop back in order. Okay, so you go to him if you want to make stuff. So I want to make that crossbow, or the other one that comes in the next cave, which is kind of like a floating drone bomb. And then the widget guy is up here, but you got to pay him some money in order to set up his shop. He wants 100 Sparklite, as does the workshop guy. So we can't set up either right now until we get more Sparklite. Over to the east, there's this lady with a bird on her head, and she doesn't know where the chirping's coming from, but if only she looked up, she'd see the bird. But maybe she's just crazy. Are you talking about the bird on your head? Heading back down into town, east, there will eventually be an airship or something. But it says that person's off doing something in the acid bog. So we head over to this guy. We say, hey, take me to land, you son of a gun. Hey there, I'm Cruz. Well, let's cruise. Hit the button. Yep, I need the ferry. Let's go. Here we go. Alright, here we are. Back on Wizard of Oz planet. There's our anchor. It's a gear. Subtle hints at a steampunk atmosphere. Hey, my robot pal. Here's a new enemy. These little turret guys. They're not bad. The worst guys so far are kind of like these warthog turtle shell guys. There's also these tunneling groundhog weevil type enemies. They're also not that bad. You just don't want to approach them from a diagonal. You want to approach them from the right, the left, the top, or the bottom, but not from the diagonal. Heading up north, see some more crab people. Whack them a few times. And then we head east. Over here, whack some plants and head up north. Here we find a lady that's looking for her brother. They work together, or they're a team rather. Explorers. She says, "Hey there, it's been a while since I saw another human. The name's Margot. I'm an explorer. My brother Pogo and I were separated during the earthquake. I want to go back to the refuge, but I can't leave without knowing he's okay. Would you mind looking for him? Give him this medallion to let him know I'm safe." She gives us a medallion, Margot's medallion. And eventually we do find Pogo. Pogo's kind of located at a gate near the end of this area, but we don't see him till near the end of this video. For some reason it doesn't like you to swim in the middle part, so we don't really do that anymore. Whack this tree and there's some loot, but apparently we missed it because it's still there. Very unfortunate. How do I get out of here? Let me out of here. Back down here. Heading to the east. Here's those warthog turtle shell guys I was telling you about. They're a real pain. Although they're actually pretty easy once you understand their moves. Kind of like the boss, you want to wait for them to charge you. And then once they charge, then you attack them. But you don't want to attack them until after they have charged. You can get hearts in those grass areas that you can whack down. However, it's not often. Usually you'll find it if there's like a really big group of them, like the whole map covered in grass. Then you'll know there's probably some hearts there. But generally, oh, looks like we missed some Sparklite, so you can get Sparklite in them. But I wish it were more frequent that you get loot from those grass. Into the cave. This is where you meet your drone bomb or balloon bomb, whatever you want to call it. Boom balloon. Okay, we'll call it a boom balloon. Boom balloon. Took us a few tries to get it figured out. So when you set it, it goes. Press up or down, or depending on if you're using a controller or your keyboard, you can change the direction and it turns into kind of like a little kamikaze missile that you can direct a little bit. So heading down south, we need to head east and then north. Thanks for watching the video. If you'd like to check out more games, subscribe and check back. I play RPGs, indie games, and oddball games. See you in the next one. Right here, we finally figured it out, how you use it. As far as tutorials go, I would say it's a pretty good tutorial. Often you'll get tutorials that are just a real pain in the butt. This was not one of those. Ah! So for my microphone, I may get an RE20 and replace this Dynacaster that I'm using right now. As far as microphones, alright, one down. I'm not sure I would recommend this Dynacaster by SE. It's not bad. Got a lot of adjustment. Thought I missed that one. But the background noise rejection is not great. Also, it's not a very level recording. It's very peaky. So I don't know if you call that a noisy mic or what. But when I use the Shure microphone, it doesn't have that
got 'em all.
peaky noise level that this SE does. Anyway, off topic, but for my regular listeners that might be interesting to them, I'm gonna get an RE20, sell this, and then that'll recoup the cost of the RE20. Though I will still have to pay a bit to get the RE20. RE20 is basically the SM7B competitor, but it's, I guess, lesser known. It doesn't look as cool or trendy. It looks very old school, very metallic. Like Metallica would probably use this microphone if they were going to choose one because it's so full of metal. So if you're a metalhead, it's probably perfect. Or if you just want a good microphone, it's probably a good choice. All of the microphone heads say that it's very good. But we'll see, you know. I had other mics on the list. All of the mic heads tell me to get the RE20. We'll see, you know, I don't know. Ow. Might have to buy another microphone within a few weeks or months or something. But hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully it works great, and I'm just incredibly impressed with it, and I'm thankful that I made the purchase. But microphones are tricky. At least for me, I got a unique voice, and so hard to capture. I'm a quiet speaker, but I'm also very bass heavy. I had the SM58 by Shure, and it's a good mic, but didn't pick me up that well, and I had to do a lot of post-processing when I got it, so that's kind of why I've been switching it up. And also kind of makes me sound nasally and muddled, so I'm looking for something that captures my voice well. Hopefully the RE20 fits the bill. We'll see. It looks like I'm trapped in here, but I got some hearts from those barrels, and we'll head on in and try and defeat the boss. Here we go, Mr. Boris, Tunneling Titan. The first boss in the game. Ow! 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 He's already kicking my butt. We get pretty low in this match, but we managed to defeat him. Second time's the charm. He's not very tricky, he's pretty predictable. If you're not a complete idiot like me. Whack whack. Usually you can get about 2 or 3 whacks before he'll come back to the center. But now, Whack, whack, whack. We got 3 whacks in that time. Whack, whack. Bow, bow. We got 1 whack in that time. Playing it safe a little bit, just so we don't die. And he jumps back. Bow. And then we hit him again. Bow, bow, bow. We got 3 hits there. 1, 2. 2 hits. Got him down to a quarter health. Got a couple whacks in. 2 more. 3 whacks there. Now I have this on the easiest difficulty just because I want to get through as much of the game as I can as quickly as possible. For people viewing the video, that makes it better. So for you, if you have it on medium or hard, it might take you a little longer. But I think the concept is the same. Down he goes. Our robot friend is free, and he says, still operational. What a close call. It was awfully dark in there, and it smelled terrible. Before I almost became junk food, I noticed this glyph. Guess some gremlins had been in here trying to open that door. He didn't know how to open it. He said there's no way to open it. I was like, I got this amulet, man. We just open it. And he was pretty impressed. Guess he didn't know about the family heirloom that opens doors. At this point, it's another tutorial, and they show you how to use the robot. Claw digger. So you take control of the robot and he can fly around and he can dig stuff up. You gotta tap the button a few times and it'll pull right up. Pulls up the stone and you just gotta go over and whack it. So it's kind of like one of those games where you switch between characters, except a little different because you're not another character, you're just a gadget. Not really a full-on character. More of just a drone. You have done well to reach this hollowed vault, starborn child. Defeating the Titan was no small task. You have reunited your faithful friend, and though it might seem the end of your journey, it is just beginning. In lighting this beacon, you have activated the astronomer's seal. You must activate the remaining seals, or this world will be unmade. More will be revealed as you continue your journey. Make haste, starborn child. The world's fate is in your hands. And so it is, you're transported back to the airship or Sky Island. The engineer finally wants to talk to you. He tells you he was the inventor of these Sparklite machines. He says he was greedy and wanted money, or he was cautiously optimistic. He thought it would go well when he created the Sparklite machines. Turned out it was one of those Bill Gates characters, and it was all a lie, just to take over the world. And so now he is an enemy of the state, living up here, fighting the powers that be. And he wants you as his instrument of brutality to fight the enemies. The Baron. The Baron is the supreme enemy in the game. And he has 5 minions that run a Titan or a kind of like a mech, but some sort of large enemy that you have to fight. 5 of them, and eventually you'll fight the Baron. That's the concept of the game. Not a bad one. Guess you could say it's similar to any other RPG. Usually you fight a few bosses until you get to the main boss. Makes sense. He gives you the Titan Triangulator. I haven't used it, but it must do something. The next Titan is located in Golden Woods, east of the Vinelands. You should head there immediately. After this, you are teleported down to the Sky Island. Your tutorial guide gives you some words. We don't really have many Sparklite components yet, or fuel, or currency, whatever you want to call Sparklite. We only have 94. Costs 100 to upgrade and 50 for the others. 300 for that tool in the back, and 100 to unlock these shops, which we don't have, so we just kind of ignore it. But we do wander around a little bit to look at the island, just to double check everything. We head over to our patch machine, throw this patch on here. 3 of 9 we have filled. I don't know what that does. She gives us a peace sign. Maybe this is made by a Japanese company. The Japanese love to signal the peace sign to say Konnichiwa. So are we on a new location, or is this the same back on the surface? We do a little exploring. As you can see, if you just let the warthog charge and then hit him, usually it goes pretty well. Another one bites the dust. Up north, there's this gate. We cannot open it until we unlock those panels right there. It looks like there's 4 of them, and we've unlocked 1. Bit of a treasure chest right here. Okay, so you can get hearts from these. This is an example of a grass-filled map. In this case, it's worth it to hit all the grass. A lot of times, it's not really worth it. Not worth your time. But in that map, it definitely is. Here we have that lady's brother. He looks almost the same, except for the slight hair difference. Pogo explains that he's been looking for his sister Margot. You hand him the token Margot gave you, the Margot's medallion. He's pretty happy to see it, and he gives you a reward. Vineland's Explorer's Badge. This unlocks the map for this area. In hitting that, you have 1 of 3 markers unlocked. I don't know where these other 2 are, but we're gonna look for them. But unfortunately, during this video, we never find them. Overall, I think this is a great game to check out. It's got good reviews, good graphics, good story. Nothing really to dislike about the game. I can definitely recommend it. If it's in your budget, check it out. If you like Zelda type games or other action RPGs, this is a great game, and you won't be disappointed. Generally, I try to only recommend games that I think people will enjoy. If I play a game and there's no enjoyment to be had, I'm not going to put it on the channel. So you can always rest assured, as a shrewd reviewer, all of the games I post have some replay value, and you will enjoy playing them. Anyways, this is a first look at Sparklite. Definitely check it out if you are so inclined. Here we reach this little hole here. I kept hitting a button, it kept pulling me back up. I don't know, I gotta log back in and this is where I'll be. But this was my first look. Hope to see you on the next video, and GlakoBlako out.